Good evening, everybody. This is Dumpster Cats. Welcome back to yet another Pioneer video. In this one, we have a very special Black-Green Lands deck brought to you by our tireless supporter, Andrew Schurmeyer, on the Patreon. So thank you, Andrew, so much for this one. Really means a lot to me, and he's brought a very sweet list coming for us today, featuring, of course, Blossoming Tortoise as kind of the main card, main new card coming from Wilds of Eldraine. Really sweet one. Of course, this Black-Green Lands deck, as we could see, Tireless, Tracker, Sword Tooth, Sylvan Advocate. We've seen these cards kind of in the past, and this archetype has never really been too powerful or too even popular, but very fun nonetheless. And I think that Blossoming Tortoise does kind of push it just a bit. And, as we could see, we're playing 8 man lands in this deck with 28 lands total. Tortoise kind of just does everything in terms of reducing the cost of activating our man lands, giving them a buff, and just finding the man lands or just more lands in general. So very sweet card. We have other really sweet cards like Awaken the Woods, one of Andrew's kind of cards that he wanted to try out in this deck, which I think is really sweet. Renin Realmbreaker, I know you guys are going to love this one, or a lot of you guys are going to love this one. I do think that it actually is pretty applicable in a show like this where we are, of course, wanting to activate our lands, wanting to animate them into creatures. So I do think this is a pretty sweet spot for Renin Realmbreaker. Excavator is a really sweet one. It's not too versatile in this shell in terms of we don't have Elvish Reclaimer to sack lands and then get them back with Excavator, or we don't even have any Fabled Passages, but it can just quite simply usually get man lands that have died from combat on the battlefield, or just extra lands that we've milled over with Tortoise back on the battlefield. So that's really sweet. We also have Ren and 7, which I guess we have all of the Rens in Pioneer in this deck, which is very sweet. A very powerful 5-mana planeswalker that we can oftentimes get out early on the curve with cards like, of course, Wayward Sword Tooth that gives us some ramp capabilities, and it's just a very powerful card that in the late game can really push us over the edge and can kind of get us lethal in that sense. But yeah, other than the whole lands theme, we kind of just have a straight up black-green mid-range plan going for us. Of course, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. These cards will always be in my decks on this channel. We have a plethora of different removal spells, which is very sweet. Sideboard isn't too focused, other than Andrew just kind of let it open. So I kind of just took the liberty of making a sideboard that is more oriented towards beating up on mono green and Rakdos Sacrifice, and then a bit of aggro help in the form of Path of Perils as well, just in case we need the help in those more aggressive matchups. Because we are a bit slow of a deck, we do have cards like Tireless Tracker, which are really cool and really relevant to the overall mid-range lands game plan, but cards like this are a bit slow and really dirtily in nature, so we do have kind of the more aggressive game plan post sideboard here as well. So with that being said, hopefully you guys really enjoy this video. Of course, thank you so much to Andrew. This one has kind of been in the works for a while, so I'm really excited to get this going. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the matches. Okay, here we are for match number 1. We are on the draw with a 6-lander. I guess we're going to have to mulligan this one. To kind of no surprises, we are playing 28 lands. That's okay. This one's a bit better. I think I'll put back the Sword Tooth with this hand just because we are in a mulligan and don't think we'll necessarily need the lands, the extra lands that is, with this hand. Basic Forest from the opponent. Okay, mono green. So they have double Kiora, which is a bit worrisome. I think I may just take the Cavalier in that sense. Of course, this is going to be a pretty tough matchup. Of course, it would have been nice if they had just one Kiora. And I guess we can kill this elf right now. But hopefully we should be doing alright. So they're going to have one unknown, Storm, an extra Kiora in hand. Currently don't have double green for a Tortoise, which is a little awkward, but at least we could go Sword Tooth plus extra land. And what'd they draw? Pelucranos. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's really awkward. I guess the best we can do is just go Sylvan Advocate and pass turn. Yeah, we do have just enough green sources for getting turn 4 tortoise online. I did make sure to get that in control, so just seeing a little bit of variance, of course, with the mutavolts, the basic swamp as well. That's alright. And opponent kind of drew well out of their a little bit of an awkward opening hand. Okay, Karn is a little bit problematic. Looks like they have a main deck Mightstone, Weakstone. Mightstone and Meekstone, not Weakstone. Okay, I think I just got another one. I think I may just concede here and go try to get a better game in game 2. Like I said, we do have a lot of options post sideboard. And yeah, I'll just concede here. Okay. So I definitely do think in a more fragile deck like this, having a nice sideboard plan against mono green is honestly pretty mandatory. Just because of course the deck is so popular, right? Could probably trim on more of the grindier cards like Renin 7. Renin Realmbreaker may not be too bad. Like Excavator, a Tracker maybe. I want all of my early interaction. Awaken the Woods may not be the best, but I still want to try this out just because Andrew really wanted to try out that card. Could maybe trim on a Sword Tooth. I think let's just get all of these Sword Tooths out of here. Just go less on the over-the-top theme. Yeah, we could keep this. We have turn 1 or turn 2 answer to their turn 1 elf. Yeah, a bit less over-the-top and just a bit more low to the ground, cohesive. So let's use Decay. Could save, go for the throw for like a Cavalier. I guess, though that's a bit worse on average against Haven or Kira. Here it's just gonna look like a Advocate. And we do have 28 lands, so hopefully we can hit one next turn. Okay, Troll. Nykthos. Did not hit a land, unfortunately. Wow. Okay, what do we do here? Just pass turn? Don't really want to kill this. But that means we'll get to attack. It gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. Does turn on Storm the Festival. I mean, it's just really bad either way, but I think I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess there could have been a consideration putting this on green so we could cast Ren, but that would not be right, right? Okay, and I guess, oh yeah, and they would just had Storm anyways, so nothing we could do about that. I guess with the land drop, yeah. Karn and Cavalier, okay. This may be the concession for me, unless we can't even top deck Extinction Event to somewhat get out of this, because we don't even have 4th land. Okay, I guess I'll just see what we draw. Okay, how about let's just go to match number 2 and forget all this happened. At least we got it out of our system and we can just go to match number 2. Okay, match number 2. we are on the draw for this one with a decent hand. A little slow. Up against a Mist Gate Pathway. Okay. Let's lead on, I guess, just a layer. Pretty nice mana. A lot of man lands. I think I'll just go turn 3 tracker. This is probably just spirits, so we don't have necessarily the best hand against them, just with no interaction. But hopefully we can see what's going on here, I guess. Okay, yeah, so it is spirits with Shacklegeist. Okay, so at least they don't, I guess seemingly don't have permission, as we can just get our tracker down. Another tortoise, okay. And then try to draw into some interaction, right? Or, I mean, it depends on what they have here, but we can just kind of try to be more of an aggressor, right? Maybe if we got a Mutavault, that would be a bit more feasible. In my, small testing I've had with this deck, with Tortoise, and a Mutavault or a Layer Hive, we can get in a pretty good chunk of damage, or pretty good chunks of damage. With not too much difficulty. Okay, so they just passed turn with pretty much no permission up, right? So I think we're just gonna go through the Shacklegeist. Despite not being able to go Tortoise, we could still activate Clue Token, and I think this just buys us so much time, and with them being stuck on lands, I think it's a great play for us to make. And I'll just do this right now, get in my damage. And yeah, with one white mana, there's really nothing they can have that gets us here. So I think we could just go in. And then next turn maybe go Tortoise. Excavator maybe not the best in this matchup, but that's okay. Oh, and Trophy's actually not bad either. Well, maybe it's a little awkward with the opponent stuck on lands, but that's okay. And just another Supreme Phantom. Okay. I am pretty much fine with that. So, I think let's just go Tracker, or rather land drop, attack, and then just play a Tortoise. Seems pretty easy to me. Hopefully we get another land here. Yeah, we got a pathway. Sweet, okay. Okay, so just past turn, we're at 6, so I think I would like to try to find, I guess we have removal in the form of Trophy. I guess we probably have lethal, right? I mean, let's do the math. Let's play our forest. We can make a, let's see, 6/6 layer. And yeah, that is lethal if they don't have a blocker. So I think let's just go for that. So x equals 6, right? Looks like it. Oh, it's a 7/7. Oh, right, because of the buff as well. Okay, gotcha. Dang, that's actually a really cool interaction. Let's get a tomb. These do enter tapped, so usually we just get the dual lands over, say, the pathways, of course. Okay, rattle chains, so they're gonna have to chump block with that. So, we're of course not just straight up dead on the crackback, which is good. And that's kind of why I like going for this line, rather than just going like trophy, because it gives them, of course, the land drop. We could have maybe try to draw into another removal spell. Could have been maybe a bit better, but also we have Hive, so I guess we're only dead to another Supreme Phantom here. So yeah, I like that line. And opponent just kind of stumbling a bit there as well. Okay, so let's first just try to bring in all of our removal spells and see where we want to go from there. I think I only probably want like 4 Wrath effects at most. I think the Ren and Summons are not ideal with them being a spell pierce deck, right? Like I said, the Excavator, Ren may not be the best, and I guess that's 60 cards. Yeah, I think I like that. Sword Tooth as well, maybe not too ideal. Awaken the Woods, same thing, but I think this is probably the best we could do. Okay, pretty nice hand here. Okay, I think I probably just push that. Okay, another 2 unders. It's not the worst, I guess. But the best we could do is just pass back. Next turn. Tracker or Sword Tooth? I think, keeping in mind we cut the Rens, Sword Tooth may not be like extremely relevant to get the ramp right away. So I think I'll just go Tracker, although if I just pass here with 3 mana open, Spell Queller is definitely a worry. Wedding announcement, okay. So yeah, I forgot to sideboard that in. So could have potentially brought in Tire Sunder. But I feel like if they want to go down the more grindy route than just being straight up more aggressive, I'm honestly not too worried about that, right? Like this deck can, like with Tireless Tracker and Tortoise, like it can really go over the top, I found. So again, they are kind of just, tempoing us out here anyways, but if this is their sideboard game plan, then it's not too bad. But I guess this doesn't allow them to be a bit more aggressive on average, for whatever that is worth. So I think let's just go with a Tortoise, get that online, makes our Mutavault a lot better. Mutavaults, I guess, and of course drawing removal right there was very ideal. Okay, so we didn't get anything back, which is a little sad, but that's alright. Okay, so they're swinging in with the apparition as well, so I think I'm just gonna take this trade. Or not necessarily trade, but take this block. So they, interesting, have another wedding announcement. Not really sure why they attacked then with Skyclave apparition. Okay. So let's get Mutavault number 2 down. Ooh. Should have thought about that a bit beforehand. I think, yeah, we probably just should go tracker here, actually. Whoopsie, so I missed out on one clue token there. Yeah, and so activating Mutavault for no mana feels very good. At least we can maybe get a clue token here upon attacks. So I think I am just trying to quote-unquote race them, swinging in with the team here. But yeah, definitely should have thought about that a little more beforehand. That's okay. Haven't played with Tireless Tracker in quite some time, to be honest. Okay, sweet, get a pathway. So another small thing with pathways getting back with Tortoise, we can't choose which side they go on. It's always just the black side. Small detail, but it's worth knowing. Okay, so they have another apparition. Interesting. So what are they gonna get here? The Tortoise, alright. Sounds good. So if they swing in with both Wanderers here, what is this? Rattle Chains. Okay, Rattle Chains main phase just to get the buff is interesting. So we have Go for the Throat. Yeah, you know. So they're not going to be able to flip this on end step here, which is good. But we're getting hit for 8 here, which is quite a bit. Going down to 4. Yeah, we're going to have to draw a Wrath effect, aren't we? Because even if we go for the Throat, the Rattle Chains, then they still have lethal. So let's, and then we don't have lethal, right? So if we go kill this, uses 2 mana, and then we attack with Mutavault, they block Tracker, and then take 7. So close, but not quite. So let's go, I think let's just go like that first. Pretty much just trying to see Wrath Effect here, I think. Okay, so that on, I guess, odd, right? Yeah, that was actually kind of perfect. Yeah, so we're still like in a tough situation because they still have the rattle chains and mutavault, but that's okay. Let's let's still just go get our clue token, swing in with the tracker. Oh, but of course they just have these sacrifice effects, so it looks like we're just dead still. Yeah, and I guess in fact I probably made myself dead on board, right? Even with the extinction event by attacking here. I guess we'll just make them have it though, or make them do it rather, right? Because we, even with the Wrath effect, okay. So we Wrath. They have rattle chains. Oh, I guess it still would have been fine, right? But okay, never mind. Not worth thinking about. So game 3, I guess probably just bring in the Tire Thunder for a Awaken the Woods or a Sword Tooth. Maybe let's just try. Let's try the Render Realm Breaker. Maybe we actually do want the Wrath effect, the 5th Wrath effect, but I think it's okay. Just because it was quite good there, and we were trying to dig for it, but that's alright. I think overall they could be sometimes not the best draws, especially the 5th one being Extinction Event rather than like another Path of Peril, which would have been a bit nicer. So I think I'm gonna pass turn here. It's really tough to say. Well, I think that we just have to be mana efficient. Like even if they have like Supreme Phantom, they could still just counter, right? If we target the Supreme Phantom. So I think we just don't give them the choice and just kill the Wanderer now. Okay, Extinction Event, not terrible. I guess we'll just go Ren here, get the Ren down, plus, and then just plus nothing, and pass turn. Okay, so Catilda is an interesting one. And they're attacking me, alright. What do we do here? Do I just trophy this? I guess we could start by attacking though. I think I'll animate my forest as the least meaningful land right now. And yeah, I don't think I would mind trading here because we just kind of have land drops for days, so should be fine. And I don't think they're gonna make this trade, so I'll just go for it. And then do we trophy or just go Sword Tooth? Because they, unless they have another Phantom, they can't kill Ren in 7, or Ren and Realmbreaker on the Crackback. So I might just go with Sword Tooth, and then, oh, well, actually may want to Extinction Event on Odd. So maybe I just Trophy Phantom. Yeah, I think I'll probably just do that. Trophy Phantom. It's not like the best play possible, but I think it's fine, and I want to do it now so we don't get got by any counter spells or rattle chains, which just makes everything more complicated. Okay, so they have Mutavault of their own. And like trying to go for Extinction Event on odd, trying to get it a bit more powerful is of course a bit risky, but that's alright. And I guess actually killing Phantom makes this a 1-1, right? So I think that's probably pretty good. And they don't even attack. Okay. Interesting. And they're just going to pass. So that makes me just not want to play anything. Makes me think they just have straight up all counter spells or rattle chains, essentially, right? The no attack is kind of strange. But okay. Let's just go animate here. Swing in. I guess layer was not terrible of a draw. Is fine here if we're just not going to do anything. And technically we can ultimate this, although next turn if they don't attack into it, although I'm not sure if that's going to be the best play to make. But who knows? Okay, so they did have Spell Queller. Makes our Extinction Event better, although kind of seems like they probably have more permission, right? And still attacking me. No, okay. It chose to go for the Ren, which makes sense. So these both have flying, right? Yeah. Okay. This is 4/4, so cannot quite kill Ren. Yeah, now just really hoping they don't have a counterspell. Ooh, great draw there with Thoughtseize. Jeez, that was fantastic. Perfectly timed. Just try to get counterspell out of their hands. Spell Pierce. Okay. So with leaving them with double white, I don't think they could have anything, right? For this Extinction Event, so I think I'm just not gonna pay. Yeah, Evan is just like such a big tempo advantage for us. Odd, and don't get anything. Swing in. And yeah, I mean, feeling pretty good now. We even have Vigilant Overgrown Tomb to block Mutavault for Ren. So yeah, pretty sweet. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, hey, Ren was actually pretty good. Okay, I'll give you guys that. Ren is actually not terrible. Okay. So I want to play Sword Tooth this turn, I think. So let's just go plus up here. Gonna activate Mutavault, and then gonna activate Layer. I guess for I can do it for no, I can't do it at all. What is this? A Ganjo. Okay, that's fine. Wow, Ren and Realmbreaker with a I guess we still could have played around Spell Pierce, right? Because we had 6 mana available. But with a perfectly timed Thought Seize and Extinction Events, just wow, feels really good. Okay, so still don't have City's Blessing, unfortunately, but let's just go swing in with everything, I think. Can't do anything about them being able to kill a Ren next turn, so let's just go in. Okay, have a lethal Lair of the Hydra. What do you got? I guess the Trump Block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wanderer. Okay. So I guess if we have land or any permanent, then we do have City's Blessing next turn. So we could start swinging in with the Sword Tooth. Wow. Okay, I think that's kind of aggressive on their part, right? Huh. So we didn't draw. We did not draw a permanent, but I guess this is kind of fine. Make them sack something. They sacked the Rattle Chains. Okay, interesting. So then, if we activate Mutavolt, then we'll have just a 2/2 Lair the Hydra. So I think let's just go make a beefy Lair. Okay, and I guess this is probably just like the best line for them, although it kind of does make them dead on board right now. Unless they have more flash creatures. Okay, they can see there, so pretty cool. Not sure about some of like the sequencing or even the variants from our opponent here, but really cool match nonetheless, and I will see you for the next one. All right, match number 3, we are on the play for this one, which is quite nice. The deck feels pretty cool. Yeah, I think Andrew and I landed on a pretty cool list for sure. Okay, that's a mulligan. This one I suppose we could keep. I think I'll just put back the 5-drop. Play a land and pass. Honestly, I kind of feel... Usually I don't feel too bad keeping these 2 land hands. Oh, this Yorion, okay. Just because we do have 28 lands in the deck. So this is going to be like Almanath, Bring to Light, I'm assuming. Okay, Forest. Okay, so there's a Beanstalk. Ooh, Clothist, Fairy, Caryatid, wow. So what colors do they have? Everything? Yeah, exactly everything. Wow. So I guess we could decay Beanstalk, which is actually quite nice. So I think it honestly may just be the Clothis. That's just the most difficult card for us to deal with. Sucks leaving them with the Teferi, and the Caryatid to a lesser extent, but I think that's what we have to go for there. Oh, and despite me saying that, I feel more comfortable keeping 2 land hands with this deck. We don't hit our 3rd land drop. It's okay though. There's the Beanstalk. This is really nice art. Stevens. Okay, so they have to ferry next turn, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we're just not drawing anything. Wow, and I guess I didn't realize they could make that play. Dang. Wouldn't have done anything different, but geez, it's a pretty nice sequence from them for sure. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, maybe we were just not meant to win this one. Bring to light. K command, verdict, Clothis. Yeah, okay, I'll concede here. That was a little embarrassing. Jeez, okay. So Duress seems pretty good against them. Tire Sunder, I think Edict as well. Honestly, maybe even the Shadows, just being a bit more aggressive. But potentially no. Potentially we just are able to grind them out a bit better than they are grinding us. I think I'm just going to cut all the pushes. Decay, what, only hits Beanstalk? Maybe Fable if they have it. So maybe that's another cut. Just a bit too conditional. Or maybe actually go for the throat. Nah, probably just Decay. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. Edicts are great against the Caryatids, and they usually, often enough, only have like 1 creature on the battlefield. Or Planeswalker, you know, we saw Teferi. So yeah, I think this sideboarding makes sense. Okay, game 2 on the play again. Let's hope for some better variants this time around. So, pretty uninteractive hand, still functional. And we are on the play, despite this being slow. Kind of really wanted to see Duress, or at least like an Edict for a Caryatid of theirs. Mulliganing is just so difficult though. Oh man, it's kind of tough. I think I'm just gonna keep, like I said, I think we have a good enough potential of grinding them out that we don't necessarily need to get them in the early game. You know, disrupt them in the early game enough and then apply pressure, right? That's kind of like the mid-range thing to do against more controlling decks like this. But I think we are a bit more, do have more of a late game inevitability than typical black-green mid-range decks I usually play. Oh, the Beanstalk on turn 2 is so good though, for sure. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go Tracker here. Wow, and again, we don't have double green on turn 4. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Oh, if they have K command. Okay, just a decay. Okay, I mean, at least we do have Thoughtseize. Whoa. Double Omnath, Nahiri. Okay, I'll take the Bring to Light, I guess. Play a sad-looking Excavator. You know, I guess this Mutavault, and I guess, you know, a 2/3 bodies, not the worst against their Planeswalker right now. But not incredibly ideal either. This goes up to 6 loyalty even as well. So another Beanstalk. Okay, so they opt not to go with Nahiri or even Omnath. So we could go Ren in 7? Do we feel like that's the play? Or just get Tortoise online? I feel like I'm just gonna make... Well, let's attack first. I think I'm just gonna go for Ren in 7. Uses our mana. Like, we can go Tortoise, activate Mutable to swing in for an extra 2 damage. I think I will make a Tree Folk here. 5/5. But I think just Ren in 7 like gets us an extra big body on the board too. Ooh, so they're not gonna go for Omnath here. What is this? Did they just redraw Bring to Light? That would be really unfortunate. Or Niv. Or pausing. Looks... Tapped their mana wrong. Yeah, looks like Niv. Yeah, wow, look at that. Okay. So they only get a Bring to Light, but they drew 2 cards as well. They have 7 cards in hand. Oh man. Okay, well let's plus. Hit nothing. Would have loved to see that Edict or any of these cards, honestly. Wow. Play land. I guess play Tortoise. Oopsies. Trying to hit another land drop so we could swing over Niv Mizzet. Okay, cool. And pass turn. Well, attack. Or we actually don't have to attack. Because this just has... This has reach, actually. If we attack, like, it just minus. They may just get Verdict, though. So I think I'm just gonna... Well... No. I think it's correct not to attack. Because then... I mean, they could just get, like, a Valky here, but... Plays around Verdict better. Unfortunate. Second Fabled Passage. So now they're gonna go Bring to Light. Wow, yeah, what a powerful deck, especially with these Beanstalk draws. And yeah, we just kind of didn't have the interaction. Okay. So yeah, maybe... I guess we're kind of getting proved here that... Or taught here that... Our grinding potential is maybe not the best when compared to a deck like this. Wow. What are they gonna get here? If it's Valky, I think I'll just concede. No need for the psychological damage. Ooh, okay. Four colors. Oh. So I guess it could still be Valky, but Deafening Clarion. Wow, that's a great one. Great one for this board state for sure. Kills my Ren, gains 6. 9 cards in hand. Okay, let's go to the next one. I think it's a tough matchup for sure, but I'll see you guys for the next one. Okay, match number 4. Man, not the best hand. Wow. Not the best hand either, jeez. So we're on the play. Can we even keep this? Like, not really. Feasibly, I think. I think we're supposed to go down to 5. Put on mulligans to 6 too. Man, 28 lands, but we've been getting quite a few hands where it's just like, don't really see too many lands. Okay, well I guess we'll keep these 5. I'm gonna keep 6. Let's see what we're up against. Okay, mono white. The old 1 and 2 bracket mono white pairing. Okay, so I guess I don't mind just taking this Brutal Cathar as their 3-drop, and then we could, you know, choose how we want to use this Fatal Push in just a bit. You know, a nice early Advocate is feels good in this matchup for sure. For whatever that's worth. Okay, so let's get double green online. Let's just straight up. I guess I could do this post combat, but I think I just want that thing out of the way. Okay, that's great for us. Ooh, they should have done that, or maybe not. I feel like they maybe should have played the initiate beforehand. Okay, so they don't go for the double block. So I think I just want to Thoughtseize here. Double Iconcha, okay. Gotcha. No, I can pass. Yeah, I think not Shurfing there is fine just because I could block both of these anyways. Recruitment officer. Okay, well I guess now I can't block. Okay. So Iganjo is still 3 mana, right? So I think this is a safe block. Right? Yeah, looks like it. Don't think I'm missing anything. Maybe they should have played one of these pre-combat though. No, they keep them in hand. Okay. Well, let's swing in. And I guess just pass turn. I think if anything, I'm probably going to trophy this lieutenant, despite officer being, you know, a problem for sure. And in fact, I should have done it pre-combat here, or before attacks, because now they get the training. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to be blocking. Anyways, they're going to be Iganjoing if I attack, so I think, unfortunately, we just have to go over this. So, little misplay there. Also was just on a mulligan to 5. Drawing double Thoughtseize against mono white is a little awkward as well. Tracker. Okay. It's actually not the worst, but not incredibly ideal either. Can, you know, get us some card advantage, but yeah, they could just very easily swing in all here. I'm taking 7. I think I can't block. I think if I block, there's just like no way I'm winning this game, or there's a slight chance I can win if I... Wow, enters tapped. If I can draw into removal now. But even still, I'm still taking lethal. Oh, you know, I guess with that draw, I guess with removal, I wasn't taking lethal with removal or with blocker here. But yeah, I'll lose both of my creatures because of the Iganjo, and I'll have to trade, I think, right? Yeah. Oof. yeah, and that does it. Okay. Okay, well, Lieutenant just wraps it up there pretty easily for them, I guess. Okay, well, let's just bring in all of our Wrath effects, Edict and Tire Sender, because remember they do have Wedding Announcement post board, and then what? Cut the 5 drops. Is that kind of? Seems like that's kind of our plan, or has kind of been our plan. Maybe we could keep one in and just cut the Excavator. Yeah, I think I'm kind of feeling that one. Yeah, I definitely do like these Wrath effects in, just because the deck definitely feels pretty slow. Like the 3 drops in particular feel very slow. Tooth not being too relevant in the early to mid game in this matchup, but still probably better a bit on average than Excavator or the Rain in 7s. Tracker being like the best of our 3 drops, I think, but still slow, especially that being on the draw if we are. Ren and Realm Breaker can be awkward for sure. So there's, things to like, things to dislike, but I think, nevertheless, I do like the sideboard plan against them. Okay, game 2 on the play. Let's keep this. I think I will shock in this tomb. We don't have double black for Path Apparel yet, but I'm not sure we'll need that immediately. Oopsies. Don't want to auto yield. Okay, I guess it's fine now. Okay, there we go. So definitely feigning Fatal Push, but I think having 2 drop in hand, we do want to do that just to be mana efficient. If they do have 1 drop, we could go Push, then Player Advocate very cleanly on 2. Yeah, and even here, it's fine. Suppose we should attack first, just in case they, for some reason, block. Wedding Announcement, okay. Yeah, no, this Vigilance is so nice against a deck like our opponents. Could have gone Swordtooth, but I think I just definitely want to get Tortoise online. Okay, got forced on the battlefield, but we milled over our 2 1-ups, unfortunately. It's alright. Lieutenant, okay. And Ossification. Ooh, that's a pretty good turn for them, for sure. Wow, I really want to Path of Peril, but also really don't want to. I could probably actually wait a turn, I think, just because we can swing in here, and then drawing Tortoise is really, really nice. Let's get a Hive and pass turn. So we have 3/3 Mutavault to remember to block their guys, and then honestly the Path of Peril may just be getting better by waiting a turn. Okay. Okay. So question is, do we Path of Peril? I think we do. Yeah, especially with the Wedding Announcement flipping here. Lieutenant's just a bit too big, and it's just a great great tempo swing for us, right? Or just value play in general, right? So let's, yeah, I think I'm just gonna get Swordtooth down, get Sitting's Blessing now. Oh, perfect at math, aren't I? Swinging for 6, and then call it a day, probably. Man, how did I just know that that would be 10 permanents? I just have a good eye for it, I guess, right? Add a line. Okay. So let's just swing in with. I guess they have Mutavault. I think we're just still always swinging in with everything here, though. Don't really have to think about the math too hard. 3-mana Hive. Lair is just humongous, despite putting only 3 mana into it. It's a 5/5, right? 4/4. Right. Okay, sweet. Look at that. That was pretty nice. That was for sure. That was cool. Okay, nice. Any changes? We're on the draw now. I think I'll just run it back. Could maybe see putting Excavator back in for Ren, but I think I want to keep it around. Okay. So no removal, no spot removal, but I could get with this hand. Opponent mulligans to 6, which is good. 5. Ooh. Yeah, Advocate is just seemingly a really nice early play for us here in this matchup. So that's great. And then can kind of lean on this Extinction Event just a bit here. Okay, get the in. Alright. Pretty fast 1-2 start from them. Tracker is actually not bad. Adeline. Okay, so that's a little worrisome now. So what is this? It's a 3-1, so we can trade. Don't think I am. I think I'm honestly pretty likely to Extinction Event on odd here on this board state. So at this point, do I even play out my tracker? It's a good question. I think no. It's what my gut was telling me. But we will be taking a lot of damage. For sure. So maybe we are just supposed to play it out? It's so tough though. They could have Brutal Cathar too, which would be really nice if we went for tracker. I think I'm gonna go for it. I don't know, my gut changed a bit. Changed feeling. So that's good. Let's try it out. I think like very surface level it makes sense though. Just like playing out of creatures. Don't really want to go too all in on the Extinction Event. Things can change quite a bit turn to turn, so it's cool though, you know, playing with Extinction Event like this is always fun. So opponent is seemingly in the tank here. Not really sure what it would be about. Maybe if they want to be attacking with all. I would assume they would attack with all but the Vanguard, right? Yeah, if they have... Maybe because we tanked for so long, they're thinking about Extinction Event as well. Could be a possibility. I don't know. Pretty cool though. I do think mono white is a decent matchup for us. All things being said though, I'm not too scared of it, I guess is what I'm kind of thinking more so. by saying it's not too bad of a matchup. Kind of just more so my attitude about it. Maybe. So they are attacking with Vanguard. Alright. So, interesting. How do you feel about these blocks? This is definitely signaling that I have an extinction event, but I think it's maybe just our best bet. Because this allows us to keep Advocate around. But obviously we're trading. Okay, sure. And then we're taking 8 damage. So we're down to 6. Oh shoot, and they get to flip this? Oh god. Okay, that's fine. I totally forgot Killian does that, to be honest with you. Wow. Okay, that was really good. And yeah, Vanguard still stays alive. Okay, well, let's still go for Extinction Event on Odd. And attack down Gideon just a bit, but wow. Impressive mulligan to 5 for them. But if we're able to stabilize just for a turn or two here, it may be okay. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, maybe not. I guess we don't even have that chance. Unfortunate. Wow, really close there. They just kind of had the perfect mulligan to 5, seemingly. Well thought out by the opponent as well, though, for sure. Yeah, maybe Kithian flipping wasn't really on my radar, and it should have been, or should have been. So yeah, interesting. Haven't really thought about that in quite some time. Not sure if we really could have played around that, but still something to think about. See you guys for the next one. Okay, match number 5. We are on the draw with this hand. I think I'm going to take the risk. I'll keep it. Maybe not the best keep, but like I said, these we do have 28 lands in the deck, so yeah, I don't feel too terrible keeping hands like this, despite maybe us having not the best variance with them in this league. Okay, wow, look at this. So we are in the 1 and 3 bracket, so you may see some off-meta stuff here, but a Picnic Ruiner, alright. I like it. So it looks like they're goblins? Green, black goblins. Okay, cool. In that case, I think I'll just take this Metallic Mimic. Pass turn. Give haste, okay. Edict. Not bad. Okay, sweet. That's actually a really good draw. Okay, so they did get 3rd land. I think I will unfortunately have to edict this token. Discards Picnic Ruiner. Okay. What does this even do? Attacks while you control part of the former. Means double strike. Okay. Interesting. So they could swing in for another 2. Second Fable? Okay. So land would be sweet. Oh, should have specified. Okay, well, at least we still have Mutavault plus Trophy if we need. Honestly, though, these Fables can be potentially a bit of a problem. Wow, so they Discarded Rigging Ruiner? Oh, it's this one, okay. And another one of those picnic guys. Okay, interesting. So I think I'm gonna have to... yeah, I think I'm gonna have to trophy this Reflection. It's just so good in the long run, even just next turn, right? Copying this guy, shaman tokens. Uh-oh. Jeez, what is this? Eesh. Okay. Wow. Kind of like Siege King Commander. Jeez. Okay, I guess I'm still gonna trophy the Reflection. Oh, was not expecting to get slapped this hard by this deck, but hey, it's pretty cool, I guess. I think we may just still be dead on board, but I'm just gonna still make this play, not do the math, and just go on. Man, we still don't have the City's Blessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or what? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're one off. It's the Soccer Rat. See a Rigging Ruiner, a Rigging Runner, that they could play, right? Yeah. This card's pretty sweet. Wow, and the Metallic Mimic on top of all of that. Okay. Wait, I thought this gave... oh, it doesn't pump, it just... oh, I thought it was a Lord, but it's just like a pump on ETB, okay. Because our opponent's name is Mog Fanatic. Yes, I think we're dead, right? Guess we could block here, and we're dead. Okay. So let's go to game 2. Bring in these Wrath effects. I think just probably cut all the Thought Seizes. I guess Edict as well is good. And then let's just trim like Renin 7 and maybe Excavator. I still haven't cast Awaken the Woods, which is kind of unfortunate, but honestly in this testing, or in my testing, I've only cast this once, and it was pretty okay. I don't have anything bad to say about it, but not necessarily anything good either. Okay, so this is a fine hand. We have Advocate, or I guess Advocate into maybe Ren. I don't know. Turn it, yeah, I guess Hardened Scales too. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I usually never play Ren, or this Ren, on turn 3, but in this scenario it may seem like the best play, because we just have Tortoise on 4. Anyways, if we hit our 3rd land drop, yeah, look at that, that's pretty cool. So I guess, yeah, Metallic Mimic is really good with that. Now do we actually just go Sword Tooth? Ramps us just a bit. Yeah, let's go Sword Tooth, because Ren is going to be pretty fragile here against the Goblin, the 4/4. So I think I just kind of want to, or would rather get my mana underneath me just a bit more, despite not having, you know, many other lands in hand, but I think that's okay. Okay, wow. 1 minute 3/3. Oh, okay, there's Awaken the Woods. That's pretty cool. You know, I guess this is actually really good with City's Blessing too. It's interesting. I think we just still want to go Tortoise though. Let's get the Tortoise out. Okay, we got pathway. And don't think I'm double blocking, so let's just take 7. So path up arrow would be really nice. For sure. Layer, okay. So we can just awaken the woods for a bunch, for 3, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, either way, either Ren or Awaken does give us City's Blessing. And I guess we do have Advocate 4 or 5 here as well. Yeah, so let's actually just go Ren plus, I think just swing in with the team, because we have 2 Vigilance creatures, and then we could play our second Advocate here. So they're gonna jump block, okay. Go down to 5, yeah. And then, oh, I suppose, yeah, that's still, well, it's a 6/6. Do we play out Advocate? I guess, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, unless they have something insanely crazy here, I think we should be fine. I do get to loot away 2 lands, though. Could find them something crazy, right? But hey, yeah, kind of worked out. That was a good turn 5. That was turn 5 for us. Whoa, that was really good. Grumgooly. Okay, cool, really cool, actually. They're making treasure token. Okay. Into, there's another Fable. Okay. Big Fable. So I think that does it, right? Could kill this guy. Guess probably should have killed this because first strike, but don't think it'll actually matter here. Plus, animate. Okay, yeah, and they see it. Okay, so I would say just run it back. Yeah, maybe, or I guess we could actually just bring in Terra Sunder because we saw the hardened skills. Terra Sunder for one of the Rens. And okay, this is a completely different hand but from last game, but we could keep it. Shaper Sanctuary, ooh, that's a tough one. For sure. Tough, but we do just have double Wrath Effect, so we just may be able to play around it. We also brought in Terra Sunder, so shouldn't be too bad, right? So I think I'm just not pushing this. Let's go layer pass. Another Mimic, okay. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll just take my 2 for 1. definitely considering we just have a second Path of Peril. Definitely need to draw some proactive spells, though, from here on out would be nice. Okay, it looks like they're stuck on 2 lands, so we've got some time. Okay, another Wrath effect. I guess I'll play a tapped castle. Don't think I'm gonna... This only would be a 2-2 if I played an untapped land anyways. Another Shaper Sanctuary, okay. So maybe just never gonna cast this Fatal Push, but hey, honestly seems kind of fine. Yeah, and I'm just gonna go with Path of Peril now. Okay. So yeah, I still don't think I'm pushing. Not really under enough pressure to do that. I guess I actually could have actually just played my Blooming Marsh there. Yeah, looks like they don't see this. Or they have something. Okay. Okay. Still nothing. I love those guys. So, yeah, they do not make the same mistake. Tortoise. Sure. Let's go for that. How about it? Tortoise has been really strong. Like this card seems like a really strong card. Like maybe specifically it's not at its best in this deck. Maybe it's probably at its best in Mono Green Devotion, honestly, but still is really cool, you know. Okay, so let's play land. Let's activate Mutavault. Let's activate Lair just for a bunch. I think just leaving up 2 mana for Decay. Swing with all. Get back Overgrown Tomb. Jump block, okay. And then I'll just decay this Rhythm of the, what's it called? Rhythm of the Wild? Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I think now we should be fine. Okay, cool. So kind of 2-3. Very fun, and I'll see you guys for the wrap up. Alright, so like I said, this deck was a blast to play, just super fun. Thank you, Andrew, for submitting this one, and just thank you so much for your tireless support in general. Really appreciate it, and thank you to all the patrons. And yeah, thank you to the viewer if you're subscribed. Awesome, thank you so much. Would really appreciate if you liked the video. Send me a comment down below, would be really sweet. And yeah, send me some suggestions now that we kind of got this deck out into the community. Do you think there's any way we can make it better? I think the tortoises were sweet. Honestly, the Wrenn and Realmbreakers were really good. Wrenn and 7 was pretty decent. Not too impressive, but kind of what I would expect from a card like this. I think moving forward, the Excavators are probably a cut if we're not playing Reclaimer, right? Swordtooth was a little awkward, but also pretty good at some points. It's just kind of hard to get to a point in the game, in most games, where this card would be an attacking and blocking creature, where it is, you know, extremely relevant. But yeah, Tortoise was just really fun. Tortoise plus Mutavault plus, I think this is actually like the perfect number of manlands for us. 8 just felt really good. Mutavaults were insanely good. And that was all Andrew, so all credit goes to Andrew for these numbers. Other than that, I think Castle may just be unnecessary, honestly. Can probably just see playing the third Blooming Marsh, and honestly can just be see, yeah, maybe could see cutting the castle, cutting like a forest, and then adding perhaps the third Blooming Marsh, or maybe more realistically, can just put 2 Llanowar Wastes in this deck, just because Blooming Marsh is not incredibly ideal in a 28 land deck. And I think the fast land, or what are they called? The pain lands are just a bit better in general. But yeah, other than that, the removal suite felt pretty nice. Wasn't too dissatisfied from that. Unfortunately, we did not see Awaken the Woods be cast, which is a little sad, but I think this card is pretty cool and pretty sweet, and I do want to try testing it out in the future. So yeah, I guess I would probably just make those changes. Not really sure if there's anything better than Sword Tooth. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support on the channel recently. Been getting a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, so really means a lot to me. I am just back in college, so the uploads will be a little more inconsistent, but hopefully you guys understand, and hopefully you guys are still around to see the videos. Alright, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.